Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Foz and you're watching Ride Radar. Today's video is going to be slightly different. We're moving away from two wheels and we're moving to six wheels. Let's take a look. So I've owned motorhomes for about 18 years now. I've made every mistake you can imagine. I've had some incredible trips and I've had a few breakdowns as well, literally and emotionally. But this motorhome has surprised me more than anything that I've owned before. So today I'm giving you my brutally honest review about this motorhome, but also about motorhome in general. What I've learnt, what my family's learnt over the past 2 decades. So let's get to it. So as you'll see, I'm sitting in my motorhome right now. It's a Saturday morning. It's the 3rd of January here in the UK. It's probably about -3 degrees, but I'm here. I'm nice and cozy in the motorhome, sharing my experience, my knowledge with you folks. So before I get into it, I just want to tell you that I've been motorhoming for nearly 2 decades now. And in that time, I've had approximately 16 different motorhomes. I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. Different models, different layouts, completely different vans in terms of the build quality, and today I'm going to talk to you about this particular motorhome that we've got now, but also just some of the experience that I've had over the past 2 decades with motorhomes and some of the tips and tricks which I never knew about when we first got into motorhoming. So I'd like to share that with you, and hopefully this will help you along the way. So it's a real life review, it's not just a weekend test drive. So let's get to it. So before I give you a walk around of this motorhome, let me tell you just some high level things about it. This is a Burstner Grand Panorama. It's the i920 model. This has got the big screen, which I'll show you shortly, and it creates like a bit of a fishbowl, but the views are absolutely fantastic, hence the name Grand Panorama. It's based on a Fiat Ducato 3-litre turbo diesel engine, and it's got the Alco chassis as well, which is aluminium based, and it's very sturdy, and a lot of the motorhomes nowadays come with the Alco chassis as well. The reason why I bought this is because it ticks every single box, and over the last 2 decades, every motorhome that I've bought, I've always thought, I wish I had that. What if I had this? Would this help? And this one, when it came up for sale just over 12 months ago, I looked at it and I thought, this is just too good to be true. This literally had my wish list of the last 2 decades already on it. So let's take a walk around. So let's start with the main seating area. You can easily seat at least 8 people around here. Those 2 captain chairs, they both swivel round, and I'll demo that for you shortly. But look at that view. That's the Grand Panorama windscreen, which literally gives you a view of nearly everything that you can see there. The normal height of a motorhome roof comes to about there, so where you can see that cut off there and that join with the plastic, that's probably where the normal roof comes to. But look at that, look how far up it goes. So the views are absolutely spectacular. We were in Croatia this year, and The views going over the mountains, across the border into the cities and the various different towns were just absolutely breathtaking, and to have that view was just spectacular. So coming round, this is still in the main living area. So it comes with the built-in TVs. Those are the Avtex, which I highly recommend for motorhoming. The reason being is that they're low voltage, so the drain on your batteries is very, very limited. So coming into the bathroom area, you can see that this runs off Aldi wet heating. So essentially this runs the same as the radiators at home. So it's liquid heated up by the boiler and it pumps through the radiator there. There are two different types of heating when you go and have a look at motorhomes. One is the Aldi, which is essentially a home system that you'd know at home with radiators. And the second one is blown air heating, which is pushed out through a heat generator which pushes hot air out into various parts of the motorhome. My personal opinion is that Aldi heating is much better, and the heat is distributed much more evenly than it is with blown air heating. You've got the toilet there, which is a cassette toilet. You have to empty that on the outside, so all the waste goes into a cassette. You pull the cassette out and empty it in the designated area. You can't just put it down the drain because of the chemical waste, so you need to make sure that you are emptying it in the right places. So that's a really brief tour of the motorhome that we currently have, the Burstner i920 Grand Panorama. And I think over the years that we've been motorhoming, there's a lot that I've learned about what we like and what we dislike as well with motorhoming. Comfort is absolutely paramount. So the drivability of the motorhome, make sure that you're comfortable with the size of it. So this is 9 meters. The first motorhome that I had was around 5 meters long, and I can honestly tell you that was daunting getting into it, and it felt just absolutely massive. You know, you're going from a car to something like this. It's just a complete different experience. But this is 9 meters long, so I have built up to that over the years. But more importantly, when you're buying a motorhome, think about the payload. That's essentially how much weight you can carry under the legal limits of the motorhome itself, and every motorhome is different. But the other thing to remember as well is that you need a specific license if you're going to go over 3.5 ton. And if you're over 3.5 ton, then you need to have a different license. So make sure that when you are looking at motorhomes, you're looking at the weight, but also the payload in terms of how much you can carry, because that's super important as well. Once you get all your things in, you'll be surprised how much weight there is. And also when you're filling your water tanks up for traveling, and you're putting your gear in with your clothes, your shoes, you might have a barbecue, you might have some bikes as well. So all that adds up. So when you are looking at motorhome, make sure you ask the question around payload and what can you carry. The next thing for me is layout. Layout is the most important thing. And if you recall what I said earlier on around, you want to, your motorhome is an extension of your home life as well. So I'll give you a real life example for us. We like to watch movies. So we wanted to make sure that with the motorhome that we've got, we are able to comfortably watch a movie on a wet, cold day when we don't want to venture out, but we just want to snuggle up and watch a movie, drink some hot chocolate, and making sure that we can do that comfortably in the motorhome. So this essentially gives us that. So again, tip number 2 is how you live your life at home. Think about how your motorhome will be an extension of that. It's not going to give you everything, don't get me wrong, there are compromises to make, but your lifestyle is super crucial to your motorhome. Tip number 3 is do your homework. Really think about the type of motorhome that you want. The layout's super important, but also the build quality is super important as well. So tip number 3 is make sure you know the build quality of your motorhome, and every motorhome is different. You'll see some motorhomes that are 10-year-old and £70,000. You think, oh my god, they are really expensive, and you can get a newer one that looks roughly the same for like half the price. But let me tell you this, the build quality will be completely different. I can guarantee you that. My approach to motorhoming has always been to go with the German models. So the Burstner again is a German model. I've had Heimers, I've had Niesmann Bischoff, Rapido, which is a French model. All of them are really, really high quality motorhomes. And if you remember, when I opened the video, I talked about where I am today and the temperature. So it's around -3, -4, and I'm sitting in here comfortably warm. And the reason for that is because A, the alde heating, the wet heating, which we spoke about earlier on, but also the build quality of this. So we've got double glazing windows. It's also double floored as well. So essentially you've got a cavity between the bottom of the motorhome and the floor space that you walk on, and that cavity underneath acts for two things. One is storage, but also it acts as an air cushion. So think about your loft and your loft insulation. You've got your loft insulation protecting the heat from escaping. Motorhome principle is pretty much the same in terms of having a double floor, double layered, plenty of insulation in. So when you do want to use your motorhome, you can use it all year round and not worry about it being freezingly cold in winter. So build quality is my third tip, which is super important. And my fourth tip is go and try it. There's plenty of places that will rent you a motorhome out, and if you're a little bit unsure about how it will work with your lifestyle, whether you'll enjoy it, whether you're up for emptying the cassette toilet, little things like that might sound trivial, but they are important day-to-day things that you need to think about when you are motorhoming. So tip number 4 is, if you can hire one, go and hire one. Take it out for the weekend, really get to know what motorhoming life's all about. Driving, maneuverability, the places that you can visit and you can't visit with a motorhome also need to be taken into consideration as well. So some cities or some towns you struggle to get in just because of the size and the parking facilities and things like that. So things that you might, or places that you might regularly visit and you think, oh, I'll go there in a motorhome, you might not be able to. So tip number 4 is try it out. If you can rent a motorhome, go and rent it and use it for the weekend, see how you feel, and then that'll give you a baseline of what to work with. So to round it up, if you're thinking about buying a motorhome or thinking about upgrading, here's some more advice that I wish someone gave me 18 years ago. Buy for how you actually travel, not how you dream you'll travel. Be honest with yourself as well. Sit in a van for 20 minutes. If you're going to a dealer, sit in them, make sure you get around, you really understand it, and visit a number of dealerships as well. I've had so much experience with dealers, some absolutely fantastic, some absolutely atrocious, and I don't know how they're still in business, but you learn from that as well. You learn from shopping around and going and visit different dealerships, looking at different layouts as well. If you're not in a rush, then just take your time. And my other guidance is as well is travel. Don't be afraid to travel to see a motorhome. Make sure you do all your inquiries beforehand. Check the pictures, check the description, speak to the owner or the dealer and get as much information as you can before you do embark on a long journey. But I've made so many long journeys to buy a motorhome and I haven't regretted any one of them. Check the payload, which I spoke about. Make sure you can carry what you want to carry. The worst thing is that you buy this lovely shiny new motorhome, you're creating this new life experience for yourself, and just the essentials that you normally use on a day-to-day basis, you have to compromise. So think about your payload and make sure you've got the right license for that as well. Drive to what you're comfortable with. So think about the length, think about the width and the height as well of the motorhome. Make sure you're comfortable with it as well. And this is why I was saying about potentially renting a motorhome, to give you that idea of the difference between driving a normal car, whatever a normal car is in your world, and driving a motorhome, which can be 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times bigger than what you're used to on a day-to-day basis. Budget for repairs. So when it comes to motorhome, you just remember that it's on a normal vehicle chassis. Like I said to you, this is a Fiat Ducato 3 litre. So when you are budgeting for the year, make sure you budget for repair costs as well, and make sure you get your maintenance done on a regular basis as and when it's required. This is your home from home, essentially. So the reliability of it is absolutely paramount. So don't compromise. Look after the base vehicle as well, get it regularly serviced, obviously your MOTs and all things like that, but also think about habitation check as well, which I believe is super important. That's where people can come out and check your motorhome over, i.e. water ingress, to make sure there's no damp, there's no leaks, check all your appliances to make sure there's no gas leaks, check your electrics to make sure everything's working absolutely fine. And that can be done on a yearly basis, which again gives you that peace of mind that everything is working absolutely fine. And don't rush. The right motorhome is out there for you. Take your time, have a look, write a list of what your ideal motorhome will be. You will never find the ideal motorhome from my experience and my opinion, but you will get close to that. You'll have to compromise in some places, but you will find the one that's right for you. So that's my brutally honest review. I could sit here for days upon days and talk to you about motorhome and the various different things. So if you are curious about anything and you want to ask me any questions, please drop a comment into the video and I will come back to you. But I can honestly say that the decision that we made just over 18 years ago to get into motorhoming, which was a life change for us, and the reason why we wanted to do it is to have that freedom. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, press that like button, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace out.